Problem 3. Mrs. Nussdorfer's son Ryan is painting houses this summer. He takes an ad out in the local newspaper to advertise his business. The cost of the ad is based on the fraction of the page that the ad will fill. He takes out 3 1/5 page ads. I'm going to highlight that information or underline it. That's important. In April, 2 1/3 page ads in June, and 10 1/15 page ads in July. What was the total amount of space that he bought? So here, these words total amount should clue you in that we are looking to add the amounts he purchased in each of these months. So if we go back to April here, he takes out 3 1/5 pages. That's 3 times 1/5, or 3/5 pages in April. 2 1/3 pages in June, so that's 2 times 1/3, or 2/3. Remember, we can take a whole number and write it as a fraction by putting it over 1. So 2/3 of a page in June, and then 10 1/15 pages in July, or 10 times 1/15 gives me 10/15. So I now have the fractions that were purchased in each month here, and I need to add those together. In order to do that, though, I need to have common denominators. So if you'll notice, 3 and 5 are both factors of 15. I can rewrite 3/5 with a denominator here of 15. 5 times 3 gives me 15. And then whatever I do to the denominator, I also have to do to the numerator. So 3 times 3 gives me 9. 9/15 is an equivalent fraction to 3/5. Then I need to add 2/3, but again, I need to have that denominator be 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Whatever I do to the denominator, I also have to do to the numerator. 2 times 5 gives me 10. 10/15 is an equivalent fraction to 2/3. And then I don't need to do anything with the third fraction here because that already has a denominator of 15. So now I'm ready to add because the denominators are the same, so I have same size pieces. I just have to add the numerators. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 9 gives me 29/15. And this is an improper fraction. I don't want to leave it like that. That's not how we talk when we talk about and use our everyday conversation. So we're going to turn it back into a mixed fraction. 15 goes in there once with 14 left over. So he's purchased 1 and 14/15 pages of advertisements. Okay, the next question says Ryan has purchased 1 and 14/15 pages of advertising space, and that is true, that's what we found. In July, Ryan realizes that he has more than enough work to finish before he goes back to college. He does not need to advertise in July, so he cancels his order for July. How many pages did he end up purchasing this summer for his business? Well, if he's canceling his July order, that means that we have to subtract off his July order from the total that he originally purchased. The amount that he purchased in July is up here as 10/15. So I have to subtract that from 1 and 14/15. And I can go ahead and do that. My denominators are already the same. 14/15 minus 10/15 is 4/15. And then I have 1 minus, I don't have any other whole number here, so I keep that 1. My answer here is once he cancels the order for July, he will then have paid for 1 and 4/15 pages of advertisement.